Um, so before we start, a little bit about us. This is a free class offered to you by CECA. So along with all our other services, we also offer free PTE, IELTS and NATI coaching. So if you or your friends are looking for PTE and IELTS coaching, feel free to join us. PTE is conducted from 11 to 1 o'clock, Monday to Friday, and IELTS is from 2 to 4. Monday to Friday, our classes are also recorded. In case you're absent, you can find it on YouTube. Look for CECA Sydney. If you just type in CECA, you won't be able to find it. You'll probably stumble upon a singer's channel. So you have to look for CECA Sydney, and then you can access all these recorded classes. So for us to start off with task 1, give me a minute. Task 1, I believe all of us over here are taking your GT test, right? General training. Is there anybody who's looking at academic? No, I mean, anybody? Oh, Raman is looking at.
only.
Okay, Raman, are you looking at academic? Writing? Ramanpreet? Oh, really? Sure, Rajesh. I'll check your letter. So I'll give you the task first and then I'll check your letter. Guys, if you want me to check your letters, I can do that. First, let me explain this, give you your task and I can check your letters. You can mute me while you are attempting the task. So task 1 of your GT has different types of letters. Usually it's a letter. How many minutes are you given to attempt your task? You'll be given 20 minutes to attempt this task. And these are the types of letters: formal, semi-formal, and informal letters, which is also known as personal letters. So before we go on, we look at our band descriptors. So for band 7 and above, band 7, your first job is your task achievement. Your task achievement, if you were with me when we were looking at Jitin's letter, your task achievement is your 3 bullet points. So you look that you address all the 3 bullet points, you address the requirement, you're getting your task achievement. The second criteria is your coherence and cohesion. So your coherence is your thought should flow from paragraph to paragraph, or your thought should flow easily. So for that, to achieve that, there are 2 things that I would like to tell you. First thing, each paragraph should only contain one idea. Suppose you're telling a friend or you're thanking a friend or for the holiday and you're telling you left your wallet behind. You can't thank the friend as you can't tell you left your wallet behind as well as send it to me in the same paragraph. So in the paragraph that you're mentioning that you've left your wallet behind, you're only talking about the wallet that you left behind, where you left it, what color it is, or something like that, where he can find it and all that. And only then so each paragraph should center around one idea. So that's the basic. And second one is you have to use a range of cohesive devices, which is very appropriate. So cohesive devices are your discourse markers. So in this case, if it's a wallet left behind letter, you will be writing fortunately, unfortunately, I did this, or will you please, or sorry for the trouble. I would like to take this, or I would like to trouble you like this, or please send it to me via this should reach me by next week, or what it contains. The content of the wallet also could be explained. So you'll use your discourse markers for this. So you'd use a range of both complex as well as simple connectors or connecting words, phrases, and all that. Then for your lexical resource, it has to be topic or oriented. It should surround your topic. Suppose you talking about you leaving your wallet behind, you would use words like your wallet, the content of it, if it has any sentimental value, if it holds any sentimental value for you, the color of it. And then you could also tell it why you need it, because it contains your driving license, or it contains important things, or something like that. So you would use lexicals surrounding it, and how he should be able to send you, and send it through this post, and please let me know of the postage expenses and I will cover it up, or something like that. Just the vocabulary which surrounds it. Then for your grammar range and accuracy, you'll be using a variety of complex structures. Like I told you, your simple structures, you come upon it, or you write it naturally. But for you to write your complex structures, start with your linking word. So start with words like in fact, unfortunately, fortunately. If you just start off with your linking word, or you change the voice, for example, we just now saw, right? We changed the words. There was one sentence where it was written, um, the holiday spent with you and your friends was fascinating or something. We said that we said the time spent with you and your friends on the holiday. We changed the voice, so you can change it into active and passive voice just to demonstrate. So even if you've written, when you're proofreading, you see a sentence written in the active or passive voice, and you feel, okay, all my sentences are following the same voice, or all my sentences are written in the active voice, what you do is you change one or two sentences in the passive voice just to demonstrate to the examiner that you can do it. So this is your band 7. If you compare it with band 9, see, he fully satisfies the bullet points that you should also do. There's no escape from that. And then coherence and cohesion, you should use cohesion in such a way that it attracts no attention. So you should put your cohesive devices in a very subtle way. Then it uses a wide range of vocabulary with minor slips. So slips here are somewhat of a typo error. Also think of word building, or that will come to later, or maybe we'll take a day only for grammar for writing. All right, so without wasting time, let's move on from here. Guys, I know I'm going on and on. If you have any questions, if you want me to explain anything in detail, please let me know. So that these are the kinds of letters that you will be coming across. Formal letter, feel free to stop me, okay? If in case you want me to explain something, you don't understand something, please feel free to stop me. So 3 kinds of letters: formal, semi-formal, and informal. So what are the differences? Formal letter, if you don't know the person's name or you don't know whom you're writing to, this is a formal letter. So this will be a job application, or it can be applying for a job, yeah, of course, and then, or complaining to somebody regarding some kind of a services or an inquiry. So this is a formal letter. Semi-formal letter is in a formal context, but you're writing to someone that you know. It could be a manager, it could be a landlord. So it's written in a professional context, it's written in a formal context. In informal letters, you know them personally, so it could be friends and family. So your salutations would be like this. So if you're writing a formal letter, always it's dear sir or madam, because you do not know their name. If you're writing a semi-formal letter, it could be dear Mr. somebody, dear Mrs. somebody. So here, instead of writing there, you should never ever write Mr. You cannot reuse their title and write their first name. So the title and their second name, okay? And for the informal letter, dear mom, dear John, my dear friend, and all that. And your name when you are signing off, uh, okay, so you the title is optional. So instead of telling Mr. Jitin Arora, you'll just write Jitin Arora. So the title is optional, but you'll always put your full name. And for your semi-formal letter, so even though this does not hold good now, right, even though you're applying for a job, you'll still write just your first name. But for your IELTS test, remember this, please. And then when you're writing a semi-formal letter, there's no title or anything, just your full name. And for your informal letter, there's nothing, just your name. So the tone of the letter has to be formal, and it has to be consistent. And be very careful when you're using your formal letter. Do not use contractions, okay? I've seen many students who write contractions and their band goes down. No using contractions, but you can see, avoid contractions completely. That's all I'll tell you. Even for your formal or informal, see that you avoid contractions completely. Then you'll be given 20 minutes of your time to attempt this test. Planning is very important. Remember the grid I told you, to whom you're addressing, what is the purpose of it. Make a grid, make a plan. Okay, so we look at salutations and sign-offs quickly. Okay, to get your coherence, this is done. Okay, so for your writing, planning is very, very important. You should spend 3 or 4 minutes planning. So these are the 4 important things that you should be planning. So draw a grid uh, and write on the first grid. Draw grid, or maybe draw to a vertical and a horizontal line. So you'll have 4 grids. On your top left, you'll be writing purpose. What is the purpose of this letter? So if you're writing a letter where you're giving an instruction to a friend, I've left my stuff behind, mail it to me like this, find it here and mail it to me like this. So find what kind of a letter is it. Is it a letter to tell thank you? Is it a letter of complaint, letter of instruction, or letter of advice? There are different types of letter. So what is this letter's purpose? And then what is the tone? So when you discover the purpose, or when you realize what's the purpose of the letter, you know that should be a tone. Suppose you are writing as an indignant customer, you're writing to complain, you know that your tone has to be really angry, like an angry customer. So you're fixing your tone right there. Then so what kind of language you'll be using, you'll be fixing your tone. So you you find the purpose, and then you realize who is the audience, who are you writing to. This is for you to understand what is the register you should be using. When I say register, the formality, whether it is formal, informal, semi-formal, so that you will know how to address them, what's the greeting and what's the salutation, so you understand this. Thirdly, formality. How formal should it be? Is it you're writing, are you writing to an unknown person or to a known manager or a friend or someone? So you're fixing your formality here. And fourthly, you're putting up your imagination. So it just says in that question, you've forgotten your wallet at your friend's place, you're just giving him an instruction to show it. So you use your imagination. What should you be writing? I've left my wallet behind, you must remember I had purchased it in this place, it's brown in color and it has these contents which are of value to me, I need my license or I need my card or something like that. So you use up your imagination to build it up. So the more you write, the more you can build up scenarios in your head. So this is your structure. You start with a greeting, and you state the reason for you to write right in the first sentence itself, in the first paragraph itself. So if you're writing informally to a friend, you would say, hope you and the family are doing well. Or you make a small talk, you use your imagination there as well. Hope you and your family are doing well. How is your stub toe now? Or how is your knife cut on your finger? Or so and so, just to make a small talk. Or I hope the knife cut on your finger from or I hope the burn on your finger from grilling the hot dogs are is, or something, just making some kind of a small talk. And you just say, I'm writing to let you know that I have left my wallet behind. So you're telling that. Your 3 bullet points, always there's going to be 3 bullet points in your letter. It's going to be your body para. Body para 1 could be the first bullet point, body para 2, second bullet point, body para 3, third bullet point. So this is the grid I was talking to you about. So here you finding out what's the purpose and who is my audience, what's the formality. So it's a letter of it's an informal letter, it's a letter of advice or an instruction. Who is your audience? So it's informal letter. And whom are you addressing it to John. Then in your body paragraph, first one, you're telling that you lost your brown color wallet and where to find it. Body 2, you're telling maybe you describe a bit about your content here as well. Body para 2, here you'll be telling, okay, I need it for this, or mail it to me. I'll need my driving license. Obviously, I have to drive. I'm spending a fortune on taxis, or taxis cost a fortune here. And finding a duplicate will take me at least a month or so. So explaining a situation, and in the end, you're telling them to send it to you through this, and that you will compensate it. So you'll tell about this, you'll ask him to send here, and you'll tell that you'll compensate it, and finally you'll sign off. So it should have about 4 paragraph, including your introduction. So there should be an opening statement. This is the salutation. So your opening statement is you make small talk if it's informal, and the reason for writing. And then body para 1, 1 point, detail. Body para 2, another point, detail. Body para 3, another point with detail. So you always plan, okay, what am I going to write in body para 1, body para 2, body para 3. Closing statement, this is optional. And then yours faithfully, sincerely, all the best, warm regards, lots of love, all that can be written. Okay, salutations. These are the ways of greeting. Dear Mike, hi Mike, dear sir, madam. Then all this for formal. So if it's informal, it could be dear Michael, dear Mike, if you know the person really well. So Michael is his full name. So you write it because you know him, he's not your best friend. So dear Mike is a shortened version of Michael. So you're writing it, hey Mike, and all that if it's very informal. Signing off, suppose you're writing a letter to apologize, you will probably use dear Michael. Okay, and you're signing off. Informal, you would say all the best, see you soon, love, lots of love, and all that. Semi formal, sincerely, yours sincerely, sincerely yours. Formal is always yours faithfully. A formal letter starts with dear sir, madam, always end with yours faithfully. Y capital, F small. Any doubts so far? Anybody with any doubts?
It's all good.
All good?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay, so today we're going to learn about a letter of advice. Okay, letter of advice is this is your topic. You've recently heard that a friend of yours has some problems as a result of some unusual weather. Can you take a picture of this, because I want to see how well you understood the grid. So I'll take a picture too. So we'll go back to the grid and we'll see how to use this to make points. Have you finished taking a picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks, Jitin. So you have recently heard that a friend of yours has some problem. So in your letter, you're telling you has some problems as a result of unusual weather. So this is his problem reason. So in your letter, you're expressing concern about what happened. Then you're going to tell them a similar experience about what you once had. Then third para, you're giving some advice on what to do, and offer help. So bear with me. We're going back to the grid. This is our planning. We're going to spend 3-4 minutes doing this. So in our grid, this is our grid. In the first part, what are we writing? What kind of letter is this? This letter is a letter of instruction. What is a formality? What do you think is a formality? If you look at your question,
Informer.
it is informal. And whom are you addressing it to? You're addressing it to a friend. So you found your purpose. You're writing it as a letter of, I'm sorry, not as instruction, as a letter of, what letter was it? Advice. So you're offering advice. Then who is your audience? It's your friend. And whom are you writing it to? So in your body para 1, express concern about what happened. So here you're writing about us. You're telling that you're sad that it happened. Then you might tell, what else could you tell? You might ask if I hope there's nothing valuable in either financially valuable or value it with regards to money or sentimental that was lost, or you're very sorry if he's lost anything that was valuable and things like that. Then you might even add a word, I really hope the piano that I really like, or I really hope that your dear um, grandfather's cupboard or something is still in corrupt or something like that. So you're just expressing some kind of a concern here. Then in body para 2, you're telling him about a similar experience about what happened. So you're telling something happened when you were young, and how you had to go through it, and you might even tell how you had to go through the situation, what made you overcome the situation, finally you overcame the situation, and how you felt, and what things were lost, and it still holds some sentimental value or something like that. You can say, do you remember the piano that my grandfather gave me? It was lost in the bad weather, in the flood or earthquake or whatever, and I still it still hurts me to think of it. So you're still you using your imagination here. And body para 3, you're giving some advice on doing this. So you're telling them to see it in a positive light. You're telling maybe this is the time where you can finally do the renovation you always wanted to do. So see it in a positive light. Maybe this is the time to finally do the renovation of what you always wanted to do. I'm ready to help you. You only need to tell a word, and I'm right there. I'm good with my skills of carpentry or something. I can help you with that. And finally, you're giving them back. So this is how your grid is going to be. So if you just put this, you'll be able to generate a lot of ideas. Okay. It might look like work, but actually it is putting your thoughts down. Any doubts with this, guys? Okay, I'll ask one by one. Okay, someone's chatted. All good. Love, breathe, all good. Okay, fine. Let's start with the letter then. So while you guys are writing your letters, who else has letter? Rajesh said he has letter. So this could be your note planning. So this was mine. I didn't want to show it to you because it might influence your ideas, but you can plan your notes like this. Okay, so who else wants me to take a look at your letter? I can do that now while the others are doing your letter. Just Rajesh, nobody else. Okay, so guys,
Yeah,
yes.
I have already shared the screen. Is it all right?
Okay, give me a minute. I'll just give the task to the others, and while they're doing, they can mute me, and we can discuss your letters together. Okay, guys, take a picture of this. This is your question for today. I'll give you about 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes, we'll start discussing your letters one by one. Okay, all of you are okay with that? Okay, so I'm timing you off now. Your time starts now. Your time starts now. Because it's you're writing to a friend, so you know how to do the salutations and your greetings. So since you're writing to your friend, you will write it as hi John or hi somebody, and then your signing off would be warm regards, lots of love, or something like that. So
Yeah.
your body para 1 would contain the first bullet point of your question. So the question, whatever was the first bullet point, let me bring it up again.
The thing is, I'm actually preparing for the academic.
Oh,
So yeah, I've never attempted to do the general.
okay.
So yeah, I have no idea about this, but I'm still alright to watch it.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I'm
Yeah, you know what
sorry.
I mean. Yeah, it's all right.
All
Um,
right. So,
yeah.
you know what? Most of our students are general test takers. So, what I'll do is, when is your availability? Are you planning to take these classes regularly? So, I'll just
This is the first time I've tried. I'll see how it goes, and then
okay.
yeah, I only need 6 each, and I got it last time when I took
Okay.
the test like 3 years ago. I'm just not confident enough this time, but yeah, it's been 3 years since I did the test, so feeling a bit nervous. So just to get my confidence back, I just took this class. I
Okay.
got an email from CECA,
Yeah.
so yeah,
So,
I'll just see how it goes. So
okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
So I what I was thinking is we have very few academic test takers. So there was another student, Raman Preet. So
yeah.
she's kind of a regular student. So
Okay,
what I was thinking is if there are a few more regular students, I'll balance it around when these guys are working, and so I can put both together. Otherwise, the reading and the task 1 is different for both of you. I mean, both the test takers.
yeah,
Hmm. Okay, that's all right.
no worries.
You can feel free to leave if you find this you know it's a waste of your time. You can always
Yeah,
come back in tomorrow. We have it at the same time, so mostly tomorrow I'll be taking reading.
yep.
We'll go through all the reading questions and the strategies and all that. You can
I'm
join
usually free on Wednesdays and Fridays.
on
So
Wednesdays and Fridays.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Okay, all right.
no worries. Anyways, thank you.
So Fridays is when these guys are absent. So I think it's a pretty good deal if I can
Yep.
do task 2 on Wednesdays and then the other questions.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
all right then.
No
Okay,
worries.
sure.
Thank you.
See you then. Thanks.
See you
Bye.
then. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Rajesh, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you display your screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell your friend you understand the problem, what happened to you in the past, and suggest possible solutions to the problem. Dear John, hope you're well. I'm writing this to bring to your notice that I got your letter. I'm writing this. So if you're writing in response, right? So you always tell I'm writing or I'm writing in response to your letter regarding the issues you face in your current project. I got your concern is wrong usage. So you would say, I understand your concern. So since you're using the pronoun I often, see in the same paragraph, you have used it thrice.
Yeah.
So you can say, I understand your concern as there was a similar situation in my first job. Okay, then. It was not easy for a recent graduate to adopt to the IT industry straight away. I recommend you to enhance your skill. Why is this past and in the present tense, Rajesh? So here you're telling it is not easy. Is that what you're telling?
Yeah. It is not
So
easy.
you will use a discourse a
Okay.
marker. So
Okay.
you would say, since it is not easy for a recent graduate to adopt to the IT industry straight away. You'll put it in the comma. You would say, I strongly, or I would, or I strongly recommend that you enhance your skills as per the industry requirements. Use online platforms. Okay, so then this one would be you would use words like usage of online platforms. So you're changing your speech again. Online platforms and familiarity or competence or something like that. And competence with the latest programming tools will help you in the long run. Also sharpen your skills. So you would say, moreover, sharpening your skills, improving your logical and analytical skills, thinking out of the box are the are are the features that made me stand out. You won't say stand high, the word is stand out. Made me stand out from others. As per the proverb, not quotes. So, as per the inspiring proverb, or as per the proverb, where there is a will, there is a way. You must understand the project, the projects, right?
Yeah.
The projects technical requirement and improve your coding skill. Improve on your coding skill to become a master at your work. So let me look at your third bullet point. Suggest solutions. Okay. Explain what happened to you in the past. So explaining what happened to you in the past. See, your paragraphing here is a bit of a mistake, right, Rajesh? Can you see that? So paragraph 1 is You're telling your friend that you understand the problem.
Yeah.
So I understand your concern as there was a similar situation. So this would be your first para, body para 1.
Okay.
Then body para 2 is explain what happened to you in the past. So I understand your concern as there was a similar situation in my first job. So here you would explain what happened in the situation. So you would say, being a new graduate, I had, I realized I had to go a long way in improving my technical skills if I had to be any good. Then this sparked in me a desire to learn, grow, or something like that, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Then your solution. You're explaining this, then this is your solution. Since it's not easy for a, so this is not needed. Then be successful in your career and learn from your peers, which I feel is the most important aspect of a successful, confidence, being confident in your work and willing to learn from your peers are the most important aspect of a successful career. Aspects of a successful career. It would be lovely to hear from you. See you soon. Hear from you again. See you soon. And then hope these advices, or hope the recommendations, hope the suggestions will prove to be useful for you. All the best, Raj. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's all, Rajesh. So write a letter every day. Write a letter, task 1 and task 2. How many do you write? How many essay and letters do you write?
I mean, I'm not regularly doing it,
Hmm.
but like we just did it today.
Okay, write every single day. Every
Okay.
single day, okay?
Okay.
All right. So share it with me. I'm willing to do that. So
Sure.
let's
Sure.
check on
Yeah.
the others.
Thanks for that.
No problem. Okay, after you complete it, sign.
2 minutes.
No problem.
How much time have you taken?
You guys have taken about 25 minutes.
2 minutes, 5 minutes.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Mm, mm,
Hi, Stuart. I came to know about the floods in your area while reading the newspaper today, and wanted to check with you if everything was all right. I was very shocked to know that the glass roof you got installed last year would break so easily, and all the dirt and debris would enter from there. That the glass roof you got installed last year would break so quickly. So easily and or quickly is fine, because if you tell easily, you're underestimating the storm, and all the dirt and debris would enter from there, and all the dirt and debris would come in from there or enter from there. Okay. I have also faced a similar situation when I was a child. We had floods in Delhi when the dam got flooded because of heavy rains. We had floods in Delhi, resulting in the dam flooding. Flooding. So there's no need of this heavy rains. We had floods in Delhi, resulting in the dam overflowing, right? I don't know if it works that way. Okay. And we had water all over the ground floor. We were lucky. Again, we. So here you can use your discourse marker. Fortunately, we did not have much electronics items at that time. Fortunately, or fortunately, we did not have much electronics at that time. Fortunately, lack of, fortunately, or since we did not possess, since we did not have many instead of much, electronics items, electronic you use with like gadgets. So at that time, there was little to be damaged, or there were little items to suffer damage or repair. So you know, right? Little means zero. A little means something, but little means no items at all. So if you say I have little money, that means you have no money. If you say I have little time for this nonsense, that means you have no time for this nonsense. But if you say I have a little time, let's talk about it, that means you have a little time. So since we did not have many electronic gadgets at that time, there were little items to suffer damage. I hope the house is in a condition where some rooms can still be used for occupancy. Or please feel free. It's really kind of you to come to my place. Or please feel free to use my place or use to stay at my place until the insurance claims, or till the time until the insurance claims and other legal aspects are completed and proper cleaning has been completed. And proper cleaning has been taken care of. I know these troubled times can be really difficult to face alone. So instead of really difficult, what can you write? Are troublesome or are difficult, but really difficult to see through alone. Instead of face alone, you will say, okay, face alone is fine. So never forget that a friend of yours is just a phone call away. Oh, I know these troubled times can be really difficult to face alone. Then, but, and, okay. And never forget that a friend of yours is just a phone call away. Well done. Very, very well done. So it was just, so dirt and debris is good lexical. So how you came to know is good. I have also faced a similar situation when I was a child. We had floods in Delhi resulting in the dam overflowing, and we had water. So the second paragraph, we had to do a bit of editing, right? I hope that, so this is fine, other than the grammar. So you have to take care of your grammar aspects while writing, especially the sentence structure. So for you to just pay attention, just for a reference, think of this: active and passive voices. Then begin sentence with discourse markers. This will help you to adjust your GRA. Then, okay, I think otherwise it was quite okay. There is one thing that I can share with you or show you. Give me a minute, I'll pull it up. Lovepreet, I know you finished. Give me a minute. So I'll just share the discourse markers.
Oh, I was about to ask that only if you had a list of discourse markers. Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
I had one which was speaking. Oh my God, this is what I always think to myself, that I should be organized, but I don't. Okay, where is it? So even though this is for speaking, I think it'll help you. Give me a minute. I use this when I'm teaching speaking. So this is the one for linking words. So when you're using causes and solution, you can say because, the main reason, it was caused by, the best way to solve this. When you're expressing the ideas, you can use a chunk of discourse markers. I think one important thing, main difference is one difference. For instance, example. So all this can be used as well. So signposting, this should be your, for your writing, this would help you. To begin with, however, in the same way, unfortunately, likewise, nonetheless. So these discourse markers might help you. So I'll just put this on chat. It's not a lot, but might help you. Recent. Okay. Okay. So I think Lovepreet has finished as well. Lovepreet, do you mind sharing your screen?
Yep, that's fine. Yep.
Dear Kashish, I'm writing this letter. Is it Kashish or Kashish? I'm writing this letter to feel sorry for your current situation, which was caused by the recent bad weather in your town. To feel sorry. I'm writing this letter to feel sorry for your current situation. I'm writing this letter. Can you allow me to correct it?
Yep. How I can do that? Just like remote control.
Yeah. Jitin? Okay, I think you started it. I'm writing this letter to feel sorry. So, I'm writing this letter. No, you just say, I'm writing this letter because I just got aware, or I'm just aware. I'm writing this letter because I just became aware about your current situation, which was
Actually, in second paragraph, I mentioned a thing like
Which is caused by, okay. Where is it?
I mentioned like after knowing that your house has been damaged.
Okay. You know, when you say to feel sorry, that is a wrong usage. So I just wanted to avoid that. That's
Okay.
what. I'm writing this letter because I just became aware about your current situation, which is caused by the recent bad weather in your town. So you could say, I am thoroughly shocked at the damage caused. What was the situation? Is it storm? The flood, right?
Yep.
The flood has caused. So here you're also telling that you feel bad. I'm sorry by telling this. I'm thoroughly shocked at the damage the flood has caused. So you're showing that you're sorry. So I'm writing this letter because I just became aware of about your current situation, which is caused by the recent bad weather in your town. I'm thoroughly shocked at the damage the flood has caused. Instead of I am worry, you would say I worry about you after knowing your house has been damaged. So there's no need for this one. So you just say after knowing or since knowing. What's the band that you're looking at, Lovepreet?
7.
7. Since knowing that your house has been damaged due to the recent flood in your location. Okay. What is the bullet point number 1? Give me a minute.
Express concern about what happened.
That's your first bullet point, right? So
in the first line, I did not mention first bullet point. So second paragraph starts with first bullet point.
okay. So you're writing your first bullet point here. Okay, I'll just remove this then. Since knowing that your house has been damaged due to the recent flood in your location, I was so shocked as I have, so you would use have never heard of this kind of weather condition earlier in the part of your country where you live. So this is a lot. So I was so shocked as I've never heard of this kind of a weather condition. There's no need of earlier. So you would just imagine and say in the Western California or in Western California.
Okay.
I also faced a similar kind of situation when I was studying in high school. Many parts of my state were affected by floods due to excess amount of, okay, there's no need, by floods caused by heavy rains. So this would be by floods caused by heavy rains and damaged and overflowing dams. That's enough. Then, however, the water, there's no need of disappear after a couple of weeks. So you would write, though the flood was under control, although the calamity was under control after a few days,
Okay.
our house was badly damaged. Okay, so here what you're doing is you're using this discourse marker. So though this calamity was under control, our house was badly damaged. So you would use this. Then Fortunately, my family, fortunately, we were safe. Or fortunately, me and my family and myself, no, we're safe. Okay, myself is one. Myself were safe. And we also, is this a true incident?
No, I just made it up.
Okay, and we also got help from the rescue teams. From the rescue teams arranged by the government or sent by the government or something. No need on the time. So time is always at. I
Okay.
can't push this. No idea why. Entrance teams appointed by the government or something like that. Okay, so there is no need of this. Then I would suggest you to don't worry. No, I would suggest, or my suggestion to you is not to worry. So you would say, my suggestion to you is not to worry about it, worry much about it. What's wrong with me? Much about it. And you will get over this shock and maybe you would say certainly get over this shock as I did. Also, try to stay strong and as positive as you always are. So sentence structure is a slight issue. I believe in you that you will overcome this crisis, or I believe, or you would say this is a good use of language. So you can say, I know you will overcome this crisis, or I believe in you. Oh, this is fine. There's no problem with this. I believe that, no need of in you. I believe that you will overcome this crisis and get back to fix your house as soon as possible. And fix your house as soon as possible. I'm also here for your help, so you could elaborate a bit on this. So you could say, I am always there for your support. You only need to say the word. Yours faithfully. No, you would say lots of love or take care, all the best or something like that. So you would use love breathe. Okay.
We can't say you are faithfully.
No, that's for semi-formal.
Semi-formal. Okay.
Okay. So who is next? Anyone else who has finished your work? Roop? Roop, are you done? So guys, if you've got a doubt, now's the time to ask. Did you guys do the grid? Lovepreet, did you do the grid while you were writing for your planning? I can't hear you. You're muted yourself. Did you follow that grid while you were solving it?
No, not really.
Okay. What about you, Jitin? Did you try and follow this?
I started using that grid.
Okay.
Without the grid, I was like thoughtless. But once I started plotting the grid, I start getting thoughts. But then in the middle, I forgot.
Yeah, it's the same with me. Before I used to use a grid, I used to be lost as well. But after I started using it, I became a bit better.
If you don't mind, can you explain this grid again? I
Okay,
missed it.
sure.
Kind of missed
So,
it.
yeah, so what you do in this grid is
Yeah.
you divide your page into four. And in the first part, you write the purpose of your letter. So, in this case, the purpose of your letter is you're writing a letter of advice to your friend. So that's your purpose, and that will help you to understand who is your audience. So this will tell you who is your audience. Your audience is your friend. So what is the
Yeah.
formality of the letter? It's going to be an informal letter. Who is it addressed to? Here you'll write your name as well, maybe John or Stuart or Kashish, like you wrote. So this is done. So in your body para 1, this is your bullet point. So your first bullet point is expressing concern about what happened. So here you will tell the bullet point. Oh, maybe I'll show you this one. This will help you. See, in your bullet point, you will write. So the first bullet point is extreme concern. So you'll be like, I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. It's shocking that the roof is gone, or it's so shocking that this was damaged, that the walls or the new paint or the fence is gone, gate is gone, something. Then in your third on your left here, you will be writing on your third box here, you will be writing about the similar experience when you were young. So you will say, okay, there was a flooding when I was young, and what happened, that you lost everything and how you had to get back. So here you will be writing your ideas. Okay, flood when I was young, we had a loss of a lot of things, then the government helped us, or how, what you did here. Then over here you'll be writing on advice for him. So you'll be like, okay, think of this as an opportunity for the renovation you always wanted to do. Look at it in a positive way. Seek your insurance. So first thing you should do is firstly see that your insurance claim has been put out, and then second thing is see that you guys move to a safer place, or see that you guys come here as soon as possible, or tonight I'm going to send my truck in, you guys come in, or something like that. And then offer help in repairing. So don't worry about your repairs and stuff, I'm here, I will offer my carpentry skills to help you repair it, or something like that. So your 3 bullet points you put in here. So this will help you to understand how your greeting should be. Your greeting is going to be hi, your salutation is going to be lots of love, thanks, best of luck, all the best, and all that. And who you're addressing. So this will give you a big idea, I mean a good idea. You don't have to worry too much. Then you have your points ready, you only need to worry about your sentence structure.
Okay.
Okay, so this was a model letter. So this was not from me, this was taken off from someone else's. So this was a model letter for band 8. So this is what was written. So dear Jeff and Anna is addressing to 2 people. I was shocked to hear from Mike about the storm that hit your city recently and the damage it had done to your house. How awful to come home from your holiday only to find that the roof had blown off. Oh my God. I hope there was not too much damage done to the contents of the house. So this is how he's writing. Then, when I was a teen, the river near our house burst its banks and completely destroyed the neighborhood. The water rose to about a meter high, and we ended up losing pretty much everything in the house. Fortunately, the insurance covered the cost of replacing things like stoves and dressers, but the water damage done to irreplaceable photo albums and my mother's artwork still was very upsetting. I suppose you have to think positively in situations like this and look at the opportunity you have to improve your house. How about giving it a new look? Maybe you don't want to write like this because I don't think it's appropriate to tell somebody whose house has been damaged you can use it as an opportunity for renovation, right? They'll go mad. So maybe
Yeah.
you can put it just like how you put it. I know you'll be strong in this situation. I'm always here for your help. So it would be a pleasure for me to give you a hand or something like that. Then drop me a line when you get the chance and we can make a plan on how best to fix it. All the best, and you sign up.
This got an 8.
What's that? Yeah, this got an 8.
Then
So this
what will
was
be a 9-band deserving essay?
so probably I don't think this was quite good, this one. And I think his paragraphing also is a bit off because he put his bullet points right here. But anyway, it was okay. So the lexicals for this type of an essay should be like this. I was shocked, sad, surprised to hear how awful, annoying, worrying, dreadful, to discover, to realize, to find. I hope there was not much. So all these are the lexicals. So this is a very common kind of an essay. So you can use these lexicals for this type of an essay. Do you want me to post it on chat? I can post this PPT on chat, but the thing is, if I do that, but you still will come to classes, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'll just post this and I hope you guys come to class even after this. This one or where's the one that I used today? I guess this is the one. Okay. So it's a compilation, guys. All this is found on the internet and it's just reworded into and made it a bit more easier. That's all. I've removed the fancy kind of language and I've made it easier. So this is another kind of a letter, which I think you've seen Rajesh and Jitin, both of them had attempted this kind of a letter. So I'll just give you a briefing on this and we'll close for today. So this is a letter of instruction. This is a very, very, very common kind of an informal letter. So thanking someone for a holiday, then apologizing for not able to come for their party or breaking things in their party, then this one, forgetting something in someone's house. These are the three very common kinds of informal letter. It's very common. So here our question is, we have just returned from living with a family in an English speaking country, and you realize that you left a small bag of personal possessions in your room. So they're asking you to write a letter to the mother of the family. In your letter, you have to describe the things that you left behind, ask her to send some of the items back to you, and offer to cover up the costs. So this is how the grid has to be. So you plan notes like this. To who is your audience? Sarah, or the mother. So it could be any name that you like. And here you're telling thank you for the stay. Here the introduction is perfect. So you know that you'll start off with hi Sarah, and you'll sign off telling lots of love, all the best, warm regards, and all that. So body para 1 is your first bullet point. You're describing the things you left behind. So whatever you left behind or what was there in that bag, your address book, a purse, a necklace, or your bracelet or something like that, and don't worry about other stuff. So there are many more things, but only these matter to you. And then your third body para is requesting them to send it. So could you send it? So I've seen letters where it is both. Either you request them to send or you just say, could you please send it? That's all. And the last paragraph is you're offering to pay for the expenses. So this was the model answer. So dear Sarah, hope the family are all very well. So this is small talk. You can use this for all your friends. I mean, whenever you're writing an informal letter, you can always use this. The flight home seemed very long, but my entire family came to meet me at the airport. So I hope the family are all well, or I hope the kids, especially the little one, is doing well, or I hope I missed the little one, or something like that. The flight home seemed very long, but my entire family came to meet me. Thank you so much for having me. So this is how you thank when they have been hospitable. Thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed my time with you very much, and it was great to feel okay. Then I have a favor to ask. You're requesting something, I have a favor to ask. This is one good way of starting it, and it ends with a full stop. Then you say, when I got home, I realized left us blah, blah, blah. And you may recall that I bought myself a new bag. So this is optional. Don't do it unless you're sure of it. So he's put a hyphen here just because he's starting a new topic. I am pretty sure I know where I left it. So you can say, I'm sure it is found here or something. As you enter the room, open the second wardrobe. It should be on the top left. And I don't need the bag itself. So you're trying to save them trouble. So you're telling some of the contents inside is of great value. So can you send me only these? Don't send me the whole bag, because the shipping or the weight must be too much or something like that. None of the other things are important. So please don't worry about them. Could you please let me know how much the postage is, and I will send you the money to cover the cost. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. And thanks once again. You're thanking them once again. That's all. Love to all the family. So these kind of lexes could be like this. Thank you so much for it. I enjoyed very much, or I thoroughly enjoyed, like I told you. Then I have a favor to ask. Would you please be able to do me a favor? I would be very grateful if you could. Then you give the instructions. So as, when, if. So when you go into the room, if you turn, so when you use this, you're using the V0 or the base form of the word. So when you're using these, when you started with this, as you enter the room, right when you turn into the left, and if you look on the top shelf. So if you're using these, then you'll be using the base form of the verb or the simple present form. And it should be, and you will see it. Then if you could, you please let me know, I will cover the cost. This is another one that you could use to bear expenses instead of telling I'll bear the expense. Looking forward to hear from you soon. And if you notice, he has not used a lot of the vocabulary, I mean lexical over here. He has used a very different one, different vocabulary. Okay. So I think that's all for today. I hope you guys learned something. Is there anything that you would like to ask before we leave? Or do you want to try and write an essay?
That would be good. We can write one more essay.
Okay, so maybe you can do a grid. Maybe you can do a grid. We'll do it paragraph by paragraph so that you can complete each paragraph at least and I can check it. So use this itself as your topic and try and write a letter. So this is your topic. Can you do the grid quickly? Take about 2-3 minutes. Do the grid, do a planning, and write the bullet point 1. So I'll give you about 6 minutes to do that. Even if you pencil write it or hand write it and send me a picture, even that is fine. On the chat, even that is fine. Okay. So if you find it hard to type, you can just put it on the pen, take a picture and put it on this chat. I'll take a look at it. Okay. So I'm timing you for 6 minutes. I want you to at least do the grid and first bullet point. Okay. Your time starts now. So Jitin, can you see your work? It's right here. Okay. This is your first bullet point. Hope you're doing great. I really enjoyed my stay. So you're telling how, and you could also tell thank you. Please send back wallet, documents, and hard drive. Rest, collect later. Then you're telling left my new bag there. Guys, your time is up. Your time's up. If you have muted me also, your time's up. Left my new bag there. First shelf of the Almera. I will definitely cover the cost of delivery. Send using premium delivery so that it reaches here quickly. Okay, so you can also add in a little bit over here just before you tell about the location, or maybe over here you could tell that you can't do without, why it's so important. Maybe you could just say the hard drive. So you could say, please send back all these wallet, documents, hard drive, and then just say hard drive contains my blah 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 or my work things and things like that. So just to make clear the urgency of this is perfect. Almira, is that a usage that we can use in English? Yeah, I think, but look through that if that's a proper usage or not. I think it's a proper usage, but if it can be used for a letter or not. So you can always use cupboard, always use shelf. Even though almirah is a Indian word, I mean English word, Indianized English word, but still. Okay, I think your grid is perfect. No problem with that. I'm not forcing the grade on you, but it'll help you. Lovepreet, Rajesh, Roop, you're very quiet today. Are you there or are you sleeping? Rajesh, have you done it?
Yeah, nearly.
Nearly. Okay. And Lovepreet,
Yeah, I shared a screen with you.
you have? Okay, I'll just stop sharing mine. Okay. All right. To Anthony, thanks for having me. So you've left behind iPad, some important books, laptop, keys, and notes. Send me back books, laptop, and keys, and address, and I'll pay the shipping cost. Okay. Good. That's your grid. So this will be your plan. So well done on that.
Yep.
Rajesh, I'm just nitpicking you because I've done everything else. That's why. Okay, so Lovepreet and Jitin, where are you guys based? Are you guys in Sydney or?
Yes,
I'm
I'm in
in
Sydney.
I'm also in Sydney.
Okay, and Rajesh, you're in Melbourne, is it?
Even I'm in Sydney.
Okay, all right. We had a crowd from Melbourne a few days ago. So if that's all, Rajesh, I'm just waiting for you. After that,
Yeah.
we'll close for the day.
Yeah. 1 second.
So tomorrow I won't see Jitin and Rajesh, I believe. But Lovepreet, are you there tomorrow? Or are you
Yeah,
unavailable?
I will be there tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
I'll also be there tomorrow. My shift got cancelled, so I'll
Oh,
be there.
oh.
Are we doing writing class tomorrow?
I was
Or
thinking of taking up a bit of reading, speaking. Sorry, Fridays we'll do speaking.
so tomorrow and Friday speaking.
Tomorrow is Thursday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday.
Tomorrow we'll take up speaking tomorrow. That's what I was thinking. And from next week onwards, I'll do Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, reading, writing, reading, listening in one, maybe Monday, then task 1 and task 2 Tuesday, Wednesday, including speaking. A little bit of speaking. So we'll do task 1 and we'll fit in speaking for the next last half an hour, and the next day task 2 and we'll fit in speaking for the next half an hour.
Okay, sure.
Rajesh, come on, it's just a box.
So what I was telling Rajesh is the same thing that I'll tell you guys. Write a letter, write an essay every day, please. So if you want me to mark it, I can mark it for you. You only need to do it. So you do it, I'll mark it for you. Just need to do one every day. So before, when others are joining and we have time in the beginning, you can always show me your writing. I can mark it. The more you write, the more you improve. If you write just once or twice a week, won't do. Okay. So mother and family greetings reached now. And then you're describing the things. So you have documents, identity card, bank cards, and keys. Then you're asking to send the items through express post. Then you'll cover the cost. What is finishing?
Just like you, that you was faithfully or sincerely or like all
Oh,
the best. Those
all
things.
right. So this you've just
Conclusion.
written it'll conclude. I mean,
Yeah,
it'll
conclude.
include
Yeah.
all that. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good, but I think you guys were also influenced because we discussed it before you wrote it.
Yeah, yeah.
So the best thing is you write it first and then we discuss so that I won't be influencing. I mean, you won't be influenced by external factors. So that's all, I think, gentlemen, and the lovely Roop. I don't know where she is, but I'll see you again tomorrow then, and we can do a bit of speaking tomorrow. We'll do listening and a bit of speaking,
Thanks,
depending on
Anand.
the crowd. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.